Every time your engine snaps off at a red light, it experiences 6 times the wear it would suffer cruising down the highway, yet carmakers still brag about that eco-miracle. Stick with me because over the next few minutes we're blowing the lid off 21 so-called premium features, quietly gutting your car's reliability, including one already banned from 2025 production lines, and I'll show you the simple hacks that can save you 4-figure repair bills. But first, jump into the comments and name the one modern gadget you'd yank out of your own car without hesitation. The boldest answer gets pinned for next week's breakdown. Ready? Let's keep some engines alive. Feature number 1, start-stop system. Ever wonder why your brand new battery died to winters early? Each stoplight shutdown jolts the starter, drains amperage, and starves bearings of oil right when viscosity is thickest. Urban commuters see up to 40% faster battery attrition and $700 AGM replacements before year 3. That's money torched. At every intersection, kill the lag, save the parts. Action: disable the feature in settings, then code it off permanently or install a memory saver. Reliability loves consistency. Feature number 2, haptic screens and pads are barreling down the Autobahn when a pothole lands. One errant tap and the cabin temp rockets to sauna. Touch-only controls replace instinctive knobs with pixel-guessing games that freeze, smudge, and glitch in summer heat. When the module fails, you don't just lose radio, you lose backup camera, climate logic, sometimes the speedometer. The bill, often a 4-figure screen swap. Action: prioritize cars with physical redundancy or retrofit manual climate and audio knobs. Real buttons beat virtual bravado. Feature number 3, tire mobility kit versus spare. Picture 2 a.m. on a deserted stretch, sidewall shredded, hazard lights blinking, trunk pops and out rolls a spray can of hope. Manufacturers call it weight savings, stranded drivers call it a 2. Foam sealant can't mend tears wider than a nail and may ruin TPMS sensors, turning a $0 roadside fix into a $350 tire plus $120 sensors plus towing. A flat idea, literally. Action: stow a full-size or compact spare and a real jack before your next road trip. Prepared beats stranded every time. Feature number for cramped engine base. I open the hood for a simple bulb swap and suddenly feel like a surgeon threading forceps through a keyhole. Turbo plumbing, high-pressure fuel rails, and plastic beauty covers fight for the same cubic inch, leaving alternators buried like treasure and serpentine belts hugging firewall seams. Labor guides that once billed 30 minutes for a tensioner now clock 3 hours before the first bolt moves. Heat has nowhere to go. Components bake, wiring looms turn brittle, and $15 hoses morph into $500 coolant cascades. Mechanics quietly add access time surcharges. DIYers simply give up. Action: when shopping, eyeball service clearance. Favor models with fold-away air boxes or removable front clips, and add reflective heat tape to vulnerable harnesses. Access equals affordability. Feature number 5, overloaded steering wheel control. 16 buttons to scroll wheels and a touch-sensitive strip on a surface barely wider than your palm. Mid-corner, your thumb grazes the wrong rocker and Spotify jumps from calm jazz to death metal while the lane keep nanny chirps in stereo. Driver focus evaporates faster than traction on black ice. Muscle memory matters at speed. Short cycling those micros, which is also breeds phantom inputs, sticky contacts, and $900 airbag module out replacements. Studies show glance time increases 33% when controls migrate from center stack to wheel spokes. Action: remap or deactivate unused buttons in the vehicle settings. Keep essential tasks on physical stocks, and don't shy from retrofitting a plain Jane wheel if warranty has lapsed. Simplicity keeps eyes forward. Feature number 6, keyless entry. Fobs salesman calls it seamless freedom. The tow truck operator calls it job security. Modern fobs broadcast a rolling code every few milliseconds, convenient for you. Catnip for relay attack thieves who need only a pizza box-sized booster to ghost your car out of the driveway. Lose that magic bean and you're out €350 for Programming plus towing because there's no place to stick a screwdriver starter trick. Old keys rarely disappeared. Meanwhile, battery drain means random fob not detected panics that strand you to parking levels underground. Dual fact punch, replace coin cell yearly or replace car prematurely. Action, store fob in an RFID pouch at home, carry the mechanical backup blade, and program a third-party duplicate before disaster. Control the key, control the cost, feature. Number 7, button and dial shifter sever stab the D button only to rock it backward toward a baller? Those console-mounted keypads and rotary dials turn an instinctive lever flick into a split-second puzzle precisely when adrenaline peaks. Rental fleet data shows a 22% rise in low-speed collisions after dial shifters replaced mechanical PRND sticks. Drivers hesitate, then overcorrect. Electronics add another trapdoor, a $40 Hall effect sensor fries, and the whole selector goes limp, stranding you in park until a flatbed arrives. Miss the old palm rest? So do occupational therapists who track increased wrist strain during city commutes. Action, if your model allows, code enable auto park override, keep muscle memory alive with manual mode paddles, or retro swap a traditional lever from the same platform. Instinct saves milliseconds. Feature number 8 turbocharged engines boost feels free until physics sends the invoice. Spooling a turbo spins blades beyond 150,000 revolutions per minute and spikes exhaust tongue north of 900 degrees Celsius, bathing oil seals and bearings in relentless heat. One coolant leak and that miniature jet turbine grinds itself to glitter. Replacements often eclipse Euro 2,500 parts and labor. Dual fact reality, you gain 15% power yet sacrifice 30% component lifespan. Insurance actuaries quietly raise premiums on small displacement turbos because claims spike at 80,000 kilometers. Action, demand full synthetic oil every 7,500 kilometers, idle 60 seconds after hard drives, and consider factory-approved turbo blankets to curb underhood broil. Heat is the hidden tax feature. Number 9 cylinder deactivation. Me neighbors 5.7L Hemi started tick-tocking like a sewing machine at just 42,000 miles. Culprit, lifters starve during half-engine mode. Shutting down cylinders saves barely a latte per tank, yet invites oil contamination, uneven bore wear, and hydraulic lash collapse at grenades camshafts. GM's AFM owners report up to 1 quart per 1,600 kilometers oil consumption after deactivation. Kicks in dual fact punch you can't unsee. Warranty fixes often mean full engine swaps exceeding 5,000 euros. Action, flash an aftermarket tuner to disable the function. Keep oil pressure high with 5W3 not OW20, or simply shop for a non-AFM variant when possible. All cylinders, all the time. Feature number 10 direct injection. Only fueling clean combustion sounds brilliant until you peek behind the intake valves. Gasoline once washed them spotless. Direct injection skips that rinse, baking carbon stalagmites that choke airflow and misfire your morning commute. BMW techs charge 600 euros 900 euros for a walnut blast to coke at barely 60,000 kilometers. Dual fact gut punch, fuel efficiency rises to percent, maintenance cost rockets 200%. Performance drops, bills climb. One bad sensor then leans the mix and melts a catalytic converter for dessert. Action, favor engines at Pairport plus direct injection, run top-tier fuel, and schedule preventive walnut blasting every 80,000 kilometers. Clean valves, clear conscience. Feature number 11 electronic parking brake Simagene. A frosty dawn rush. You press P and nothing releases. The actuator froze overnight, stranding to tons of metal in your driveway. Traditional levers gave tactile feedback, motors give silent failure. When the control module fries, diagnostics alone top 150 euros, replacement kits nudge 800 euros, and you'll still need a dealer computer to reset pad gap. A jam equals a tow. Dual fact reality, sleek console design gained. Roadside mobility lost, low battery, the brake may auto clamp mid-traffic. Action: exercise the brake weekly, keep 12V voltage healthy, stash the manual release tool, and, when possible, order the old-school handbrake option. Freedom should not need firmware. If even one of these innovations has already ambushed your wallet, smash that subscribe and turn on the bell right now, because next week we're dropping the fixes and hidden features that actually extend your car's life, not shorten it. Hit like if you're ready to drive farther for less. Feature number 12, dual clutch transmissions. Me friends, sporty, hatch sprints like a rabbit until it hits stop and go, where the clutches chatter like castanets and the gearbox flashes limp mode. DCT's pre-select gears for millisecond shifts. City Crawl starves them of airflow, cooking fluid, and warping plates. Ford's power shift lawsuits. VW's early DSG mechatronic failures history rhymes. Dual fact punch, lap times drop, but repair quotes soar. A complete unit runs 3,000 euros. Even basic fluid requires specialty pumps and dealer coating. Riders complain of jerks, rollbacks, and hesitation at roundabouts. Danger amplified. Action: flush DCT fluid every 50,000 kilometers, avoid long hill holds, and if your driving is 90% urban, choose a torque converter auto or honest 3-pedal manual instead. Smooth beats spectacular when wallets decide. Feature number 13, continuously variable transmission. Chink: a gearless gearbox means trouble-free forever. CVTs trade cogs for steel belt riding variable pulleys that rely on perfect fluid pressure. Slip once, the belt polishes itself smooth, and metal shavings seed a catastrophic loop that destroys pumps and bearings in under 10 kilometers. Nissan's warranty data shows failure spikes at 95,000 kilometers, while Subaru owners report rubber band lag. That leaves them stranded mid-overtake. Replacements average 3,600 euros, often more than the car's resale value. Action: change CVT fluid every 40,000 kilometers, not the lifetime myth. Add an auxiliary cooler if you tow or live in mountains, and install a magnetic inline filter too. Capture wear debris early, belt stretch. Bills follow. Feature number 14, air suspension systems. A single pinhole leak can drop a 90 euros zero SUV to its bump stops overnight, turning curb appeal into lowrider comedy. Air springs juggle rubber bladders, height sensors, solenoids, and a compressor that cycles more than your fridge. Each extra start-stop cooks moisture into the dryer, corroding valves until they stick and the pump overheats. Once one corner. 6. The system overcompensates, inflating the others and multiplying pressure on already tired bags. Domino carnage. Parts rarely fail alone, so for 150 euros per strut quickly snowballs past for 1,000 euros. Action: spray soapy water on bags every oil change, replace the dryer cartridge biannually, and budget a coil spring conversion kit before warranty ends. Luxury shouldn't. Feature number 15, driver assist lane. Keep your cresting a blind hill when the painted edge vanishes. Suddenly the steering yanks left, convinced phantom lines outrank physics. Lane keep cameras misread faded markings, sun glare, or construction tar snakes, triggering split-second tug-of-war that unnerves even veteran drivers. Insurance reports tag a 17% uptick in side swipes where overcorrection meets startle. Each windshield replacement demands 300 euros sensor recalibration, while a single bumper tap throws radar out of sync and flashes service autos like a neon fine. Dual fact sting: irritation today, downstream liability tomorrow. Action: keep sensors clean, recalibrate after any glass or alignment work, and don't hesitate to disable lane keep on twisty or poorly marked roads. Humans still steer best. Feature number 16, fixed glass roof. Sunshine feels glorious until your cabin turns into a terrarium on wheels. A panoramic glass roof funnels infrared heat, pushing interior tongue 12 degrees Celsius higher than identical metal top models and forcing the sea to labor 18% harder on summer commutes. Structural engineers note a 30% reduction in torsional rigidity versus steel, so chassis flex squeaks creep in early, and a single stone chip can spider web across €1,800 laminated glass. Dual fact punch, brighter cabin today, brittle resale. Tomorrow, replacement requires full roof trim removal and recalibration of curtain airbag sensors, labor most insurance policies shun. Action: apply high-quality ceramic tint, inspect seals at every wash, and if ordering new, choose a metal top with a conventional tilt-slide sunroof instead. Cooler roof, cooler ride. Feature number 17. Ambient interior lighting. Me cousin loved the nightclub glow right up until a flickering LED strip drained his battery overnight and shorted the dash dimmer. Ambient lighting strings together dozens of low-amp circuits that remain semi-powered for welcome animations. Tiny parasitic draws add up, especially after the car sits a week. Audi forums list for €150 control module swaps at 70,000 kilometers. Well, Mercedes owners chase ghost colors that refuse to sync. Studies show color cycling LEDs raise driver distraction scores by 22%. Dual fact hit, cosmetic wow, cognitive tax. Action: set a single low-intensity hue, disable dynamic modes, and pull the fuse before long storage. Better yet, spec the base trim and invest in high-quality floor mats instead. Focus needs darkness. Feature number 18. Auto parking. Assist trust an algorithm to squeeze between two SUVs, and you might trade scratched alloys for bruised ego. Auto parking relies on ultrasonic sensors that misjudge curb height after rain and calibration drifts whenever tire size or pressure changes. One software hiccup recently prompted a Volvo recall after cars rolled into oncoming lanes. Liability nightmare. Dealer diagnostics cost €120 just to confirm no fault found, while bumper-mounted sensor replacements average €380 each. Dual fact reality. Convenience offered, control surrendered. Lawyers haven't settled who pays if the bot bumps another car, you or the code. Action: practice parallel parking in an empty lot monthly. Use the camera as a passive aid and toggle the system off in tight urban grids. Skill outlasts firmware. Feature number 19. Gesture control. Sever waved goodbye to a passenger and accidentally cranked the stereo to max. Infrared gesture cameras can't tell a command from casual motion, so a simple scratch becomes next track, and a sneeze toggles nav zoom. BMW owners report 1 in 5 warranty visits involve spurious inputs or frozen gesture sensors buried behind €900 ceramic trim. Dual fact punch, cool demo, constant misfires. The system adds 3 extra ECUs and doubles dashboard wiring complexity. More failure nodes. Action: disable gesture recognition in the infotainment menu. Keep essential shortcuts on steering buttons and save your hand waves for real humans. Clarity beats mimicry. Feature number 20. Voice recognition. Call mom becomes play Mozart, and now the cabin echoes with violins. Voice engines struggle with accents, wind noise, even kids arguing in the back seat. A JD Power study lists voice misinterpretation as the #1 owner complaint for years running, yet each microphone array costs €450 to replace once moisture creeps in. Dual fact sting, hands ostensibly free, patience definitely spent, emergency. Scenarios worsen, shouting navigate hospital may launch a Yelp review of restaurants instead. Action: program one-touch hard buttons for critical numbers, keep a phone mount for manual entry when parked, and update firmware quarterly then. Test commands in a safe lot. Speech isn't controlled. Feature number 21. Digital gauge clusters and pixel dies. Your entire dashboard turns into a modern art glitch. Fully digital clusters integrate speed, fuel, ADAS alerts, even if it prompts behind a single TFT pane. When the backlight driver fails off and after 90,000 kilometers you lose every metric in an instant. Replacement can top €2,200 because the immobilizer lives in that same board. Dual fact finale, sleeker look, zero redundancy, analog needles could drift yet still inform, TFTs simply go black. Some insurers now surcharge full-screen dashes for higher total loss likelihood. Action: activate minimalist modes to reduce burn-in, dim brightness at night, and budget and extended warranty that explicitly covers instrument electronics. Data only matters if you can read it. 21 flashy features, 1 brutal lesson, complexity. Ages faster than mileage. Cut the gimmicks, keep the road trips. Next Sunday, we flip the script revealing 23 hidden factory options that quietly boost reliability and resale before 50,000 kilometers. Hit subscribe and ring the bell so you don't pay to learn the hard way. Your car and your wallet will thank you. Disclaimer: information provided is entertainment only and not professional advice. Always consult a qualified automotive technician for decisions affecting your vehicle.